From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Father's Day yesterday. Maury blowing up my phone.
Oh, me too.
How many times did he call you?
Oh,
And at what time
started
did he start?
early.
Early, right? Yeah, same.
God, it's driving me crazy. I was trying to have some breakfast with my family. I was out on a patio
Yeah.
Phones work there.
in public.
I know. Phone was blowing up all day yesterday.
There's Wi-Fi on patios.
And then I'm like, I look at Catherine. I'm like, this is really unusual. It's like Maury's one. He never calls me this time on a Sunday, and he's never up. And I'm like, I gotta go try and call him back because I missed his call. And then I call him back like 3 times, and he hits he sends me straight to voicemail.
Oh, rude.
Right? And then I get all pissy, and I don't want to talk. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. And I guess if it were an emergency, like he would have just
And he calls, and I just want
called you
to
back.
text.
Or text, yeah.
Just text.
That's what I said to him yesterday. You're blowing up my phone. And I was like, bro, I'm in the middle of something, and where I am right now, it's very, very loud. Can you just text me? And then he just kept calling and calling and calling. And then Shawn Desmond calls me.
And what's Shawn Desmond calling you for?
To wish me Happy Father's Day.
You can call me.
So I answered. I had a great conversation with him. Love Shawn Desmond. We talked for a real long time.
Did you?
Yeah. So, of course, whenever Dammit Maury calls, you know that he's going to record you, no matter what.
Right now, I'm mad at Shawn Desmond for some weird reason. I didn't expect
I'm
that to
mad
happen
at He
today.
missed my birthday.
All right,
No, it's coming up in August. Still got time.
All right. Let's get to this.
Hey, I'm not around.
Come on, it's Father's Day.
Oh, that's my voicemail.
Again, trying again. Back to back.
I know. And I'm calling him in between all this.
Hey, I'm not around.
Hello.
What?
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. What's going on?
What are you doing for Father's Day?
Nothing. I'm just out right now, and then I gotta head back.
I wrote you.
Pack everything up.
I wrote you a Father's Day song.
Oh no, I'm eating right now. I can't do this.
No, but Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to Roz. Happy Father's Day to you.
You wrote that?
Well, yeah, I changed some words. Okay. What
Literally, happy birthday.
What do hermit crabs do on Father's Day?
What?
Celebrate their dads.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What do
Honestly, my eggs are getting cold for this.
Are they excellent? What did the cheerleader serve for Father's Day breakfast?
What?
Cheerios.
Cool. Great.
What does the pig give his dad for Father's Day?
What?
Lots of hugs and kisses.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Did this make your Father's Day?
Yeah. 100%. Thank you for writing such a beautiful song.
It's quick. I'll sing it again.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Happy Father's Day to you. Happy. Oh.
So then, later in the day, by the way, this is Dammit Maury, producer here on the Roz and Mocha Show, deciding to call both Roz and I for Father's Day yesterday, blowing up our phones, not only with calls, but also texts. So yesterday, Maury finally gets a hold of me.
What time was that at?
This was around, what was it, like 5:30 or something?
Oh, late. Father's Day's almost over.
No,
I know. I tried so hard.
But he'd been trying all day, right? And then eventually I started watching the Canadian Grand Prix with my dad.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be bothered at that
No.
point. So until way, way later, after dinner, I think it was. Oh, at this point,
Hey, sorry I'm not around to take your call right now. Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Yo.
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Thanks, man.
Oh my gosh, did you have the best day ever?
I did.
I wrote you a Father's Day song.
Oh, love to hear it.
Okay. Happy Father's Day
Wait a
to
second. You said you wrote that for me.
Happy Father's Day to you.
It's happy birthday.
Happy Father's Day, dear Mocha. Happy Father's Day to you.
Why aren't you hanging out with your dad?
I did last week.
Oh, man. Today is Father's Day, though.
What do hermit crabs do on Father's Day?
Same joke.
They hang out with their kids.
No, they celebrate their dads.
You're not celebrating with your dad.
And what did the cheerleader serve for Father's Day breakfast?
The what?
What did the cheerleader serve for Father's Day breakfast?
Dad cakes.
Cheerios.
Oh.
Wait, why are you being so nice?
Because Father's Day.
I know, but you haven't hung up yet.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay. What does the pig give his dad for Father's Day?
I don't know.
Lots of hugs and kisses.
You know who's not getting hugs and kisses today?
Who?
Your dad, because you're not with him. Next.
That's all I got.
Really? That's it?
I thought you would have hung up by now.
Not even one more joke?
Okay.
Gotta go.
Oh.
Maurie, you can't call somebody and say, I wrote a song for you.
Yeah.
And then
That's
call
a
somebody else and say, I wrote a song for you.
Yeah, but I didn't think you guys would
Like,
talk.
I feel so cheap.
But I didn't think you guys would discuss
Like, that's
it.
so, like, I know, it. Like, believe me, it meant nothing at the time. And if you can believe it, it means less now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sore today, fellas.
Are you? What'd you do yesterday?
I worked out yesterday for a bit.
Did you?
And then, remember I was telling you how my dad and I over the weekend took apart this play structure in our backyard, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's still in pretty good condition.
Mm-hmm.
And we, instead of it ending up in a landfill, which was the original plan, there's another family who's got young kids who said they'd take it.
Right.
So a bunch of them came over yesterday to help move it from the backyard into a massive trailer so then they can take it away.
Why didn't they take it apart?
I took it apart.
Why?
What do you mean why?
If somebody else wants it, the rule is you want it, you take it apart.
I didn't take the whole thing apart. I took like 2 portions of it apart to make it easier. God,
For
you're so
who?
crusty.
For them?
For us to transport to the trailer.
But why didn't they transport it to the trailer?
They came and helped.
Nah.
God, you're
Roz
so
ain't
mean.
wrong.
No.
When my
No.
dad took
No.
a shed from somebody, we had to take it all apart.
Yeah, you want it, you bring your tools. Otherwise, it's going to. Otherwise, I'm taking a chainsaw to it.
Anyway, I
and
guess
it's
I'm too much of a
winding
nice
up-
guy.
Winding up in the back of the truck.
So-
It's going to the dump.
There's 4 of us carrying the bigger part of the structure. And remember, I had that sports injury earlier this year.
Yeah. What
That I had-
sports injury?
That's
not
my
a
shoulder.
sport.
That's not a sports injury.
I had a sports injury.
It's not a
You
sport.
ran a bicycle into a wall. That's not a sports injury.
Correction. My shoulder and head hit the wall,
Uh-huh.
not the bike.
Okay. Yeah.
The bike was fine.
First of all, you were on a bicycle and you hit a wall.
Correction. BMX bike.
Bicycle. Yes.
X Games style.
Whatever.
Okay?
Yeah.
Extreme athlete over here.
Okay. Okay. Why are you? Did they pay you for this? The structure?
No.
Why are you moving it then?
It wasn't that far. I'm not moving it across town.
You said you're sore today.
Because I lifted part of the play structure up a little
Why?
awkward.
Why? Why are you lifting anything when
Because I'm
somebody's
trying to be
taking
nice.
it?
Whatever happened to being nice, everybody?
At the expense of what? Your health?
My arm's not broken. It's fine. Look at it.
No.
I can do this. I can still do a shoulder roll. I'm just a
You-
little bit sore.
No, you want the swing set, you come and take it apart and haul it out of here.
Am I the only one? Shem.
No, I would have done the same thing as you did. I would have helped
Thank
them
you.
out. Because what
happened to being nice?
Yeah, because quite honestly, it makes it
Nice
quicker
is
for
giving
me.
them the play structure for free.
Yes.
That's the nice part.
Oh, you did it for free? Oh, hell no. Never mind. I'm with
Oh
Roz now.
my God.
Yes.
I'm the only one?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Yup, you alone.
I would have gone back inside. Here's
Yeah.
the shed, or here's the thing, structure.
You know what I
nuts.
would have done for them? I would have put my car from my driveway onto the street so they could back the trailer up.
I did. I moved my car to the other side of the driveway.
That's what I would have done.
I did that.
That's to me giving them the free play structure and a place to park the trailer.
Yeah.
That's the extent of the deal.
Let me guess, you gave them a glass of water too.
I was gonna just say yeah.
I did not actually.
Wow,
On a hot.
rude.
Well, that was rude.
No,
Rude.
actually.
Rude. That's rude.
Actually.
Yeah, that was a hot weekend. That's super rude, actually.
Jenna did offer them a couple of cans of bubbly, which they took.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Ice
then you
cold.
gave
So
them a
not
drink.
you? You didn't? You didn't even think about it?
Did I think about giving
Yeah,
them bubbly?
yeah.
I thought about giving them water.
Yeah, that's rude.
But they're nice people. What do you want?
But give them water. They're working their asses off out there.
Well, they got the bubbly.
It's not the same thing.
as water.
It's not the same
Here I
thing.
am thinking that,
No.
like, you know,
No,
doing nice
no,
for-
you really screwed up.
Why?
You really
by
screwed
not
up.
being by being a jerk, an a-hole to them?
Yeah, it's not being an a-hole. You gave them a free swing set play structure.
Yes, we did.
Yes. Why are you moving it?
To be nice.
No.
Stop being
no,
nice.
No, and then you come in here and you're like, guys, I'm so sore. No. No way.
Yeah, you almost sound like Roz.
No way. First of all, I would never get myself into that situation. Ever. I don't care. I don't care who wanted it. I just don't like people at my house.
You would have thrown it out, right?
For sure. At night, so nobody knew what it was.
Off the landfill you go.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I know Shem hates poutine, so you bow out of this combo.
Yep.
But look at this picture.
Is it the
Found
gravy
on
or the
Reddit.
cheese?
It's the gravy.
Really?
Yeah, I
You're
can't
not
do
you're
it.
not a gravy guy? Even
Not at
the
all.
dip on the side?
Oh God, no.
Really?
No, dip that in the garbage, bro.
I love gravy.
Picture of this poutine.
Even with all your American family, you're not a gravy guy? Come on.
Anybody else in your family not like gravy? Like, does your sister like gravy?
No, yeah, my sister, yeah. No, nobody in my American family like gravy.
Really?
Sorry, they don't like poutine, I should say.
Okay, but
What
gravy.
about gravy, though?
Oh, they
Yeah, like
smother
enough family in
stuff
New York.
Yeah, okay.
Smother it.
How are
Great.
you the
Thank
only
you.
one in your entire family that doesn't like gravy?
Only one with taste. Like, what can I say?
Please.
I think that you
Lack
should.
of.
Yeah. When you start realizing that you're alone, maybe you're not the one who's right. Okay, so Mocha, you're showing me a picture of poutine right now.
So good. It looks
Okay, I'm not a
great.
fan. I'm not a fan.
Why?
I don't like poutine.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
I love it, by the way.
You just killed me for not liking poutine.
No. Gravy, I killed you for not liking. I said, is it the cheese or the gravy?
Oh,
I
okay.
love gravy, but not on fries.
This, though.
No, on the side.
No, Maury, come here. You can't see my computer screen.
And
Come
cheese.
here.
I'm not a fan of
Take
I'm not a fan of
photo.
like cheese.
Tell me
and
that
all
does not
stuff.
look like a good poutine.
Yeah, that combo just.
Perfectly consistent.
Right? Oh, like everything, like every bit of French fry in here is covered in cheese and gravy. This is from a place, by the way, called Miss Maple's Big Nickel Pickle Chip Truck.
Wow.
Say it 5 times fast.
Wow. Say
Miss
that again.
This is from a place called Miss Maple's Big Nickel Pickle Chip Truck
Faster.
in Sudbury, Ontario.
Wow, my
Miss
God.
Maple's Big Nickel Pickle Chip Truck.
That is
Like, come
real.
on, man. That
I know,
looks
I know. It
amazing.
looks like look at
This
listen.
just popped up on my
It
Reddit.
looks like quality poutine, right? But I'm just saying, I'm not.
You know what subreddit this is in?
What is that?
It's simply called poutine.
Yeah, you follow a subreddit called poutine.
Why not?
That's crazy.
I want to know if there's anything new in the poutine.
I made
world.
Irish spice bags on the weekend.
What's that?
Finally
Oh,
got around to that.
You talked about that last
snack
week.
that I found online, which just looked
What is
absolutely
it again?
delicious.
It's in a bag, right?
Yeah. So you serve it in a paper bag, which I was very happy to do. All rolled down, like you rolled the side down, so it looks like this.
So you
little
went and
pouch.
bought paper bags?
Bought paper
for this?
bags.
Okay.
Yep. Doubled the paper bag too.
So what's in it?
It's a paper bag inside a paper bag.
Okay.
So the first thing you do is you fry like chicken pieces, right? So
Big
you,
or small?
small, like nugget size
Okay,
kind of thing,
perfect,
right?
yeah.
Smaller even, like bits.
Fire breath.
What did we use? Breasts. And so had those marinating. I did like a buttermilk thing. And then I wanted to make them gluten-free for Catherine. So I didn't use flour. I used cornstarch, seasoned that up, everything else. Big chunks. Put a little bit of the drizzle of the buttermilk inside the dry mix. So it gets the big chunks on it. Yeah. Leave those out, season them up. And then in a pan, I took a giant yellow onion, chopped that up. Then I took a sweet red pepper. Then I took a hot red pepper, 2 of those, chopped them all up, oil in a pan, fried all those up just nicely, sweating. Then you go out to the fryer.
The food or you?
The food, right? Then you go out to the fire, you fry the chicken, okay? And then you fry French fries. double fried French fries, so they're super crispy. Then
Sean
you
looks like
bring
he's about to pass out
okay.
already.
Then you bring the then you bring the fries and the chicken back in, and you take the fries and the chicken and you put them in the hot pan with the onions, sweet peppers, and hot peppers. You start mixing all that around, the French fries and the chicken and the onions and the peppers, and then you put a spice on top of it that you can make. I just use like chili, garlic, salt, white pepper, cardamom, or something like that it called for, right? Mix all that up, and then you stuff all that in a paper bag, right? You serve it inside a paper bag.
What makes it Irish?
And then on the on the side, I had curry sauce that you drizzle all over the top of it after you tear open the paper bag. So yeah,
Shem didn't even have the meal, and you look like you're about to pass out after eating.
Are the blackest white man I know, and I love you so much.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, this is the Roz and Mocha Show. What is your name?
Hello, Brian.
Ryan, what's up, man?
Okay, so we have Shaq that likes to buy things for people that he needs in like stores and stuff. So he went up to a gentleman that he's seen in a jewelry store, and he wanted to buy a person their engagement ring for their fiance or their wife.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen him do that before.
You're talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, like if he's in stores and stuff like this, he will just like buy stuff for other people that they were looking to buy, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like one time he bought a washer and dryer just recently.
Yeah.
For a daughter and their mother.
Right.
But this is a gentleman that's actually going to go and look for an engagement ring for his wife. And Shaq came up and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he says, "Hey, I'm going to go buy an engagement ring." He says, "You know what? I'll pay for that."
Yeah.
That right there, to me, like that, it's very significant to buy your wife a ring. But what happens when she goes and shows the other friends and her family the ring and says, "Oh, that's a really nice ring. He paid a lot for that." And she says, "He really didn't pay for that. Shaq did."
Okay.
You think the ring means less if Shaq bought the ring?
I think I would have said no, thank you. There's a difference. If Shaq would have gave him the money and said, here's $20,000, here, maybe go buy it. But he says, I'm going to pay for it. I won't let Shaq pay for my engagement ring.
I would let Shaq buy me anything all the time. Are you kidding? Of course I would let Shaq do that.
Do you not think, though, that it sort of cheapens it? Like if you go out to get an engagement ring.
That's such a cool story, though.
Exactly.
If you go out to get a ring and then some other guy, other man swoops in and pays for your woman's engagement ring.
Not any other man. That's Shaq.
Doesn't matter.
Big Shaq Diesel. Are you
doesn't
kidding
matter.
me?
I think any other thing that Shaq could offer to buy you, you say yes instantly. But I think with the engagement ring.
No, it's part of the story.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree, because here he goes. Shaq it's like Shaq is he engaging your wife to be?
Why does it matter who pays for the ring?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
know.
So Mocha, if I would have paid for your fiance's ring, would you let me?
But you're not Shaq, though. You're just Ryan, the driver.
So
what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Because Shaq is a celebrity.
Yeah, but your wife wasn't a part of that, though, right? Like she wasn't at the store. It was just you and Shaq, and he was like, let me, however he talks, take care of that. And then you're like, yeah, sure, no problem.
I would fully let Shaq buy that ring.
Interesting. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would.
Wait, why do you care so much, Ryan?
Yeah, you're very passionate about this, man.
It's Brian.
Why do you care so much, man?
Because it's just the thing that just popped up to me, and me. I think if you're going to pay for your wife's ring,
right? Are you married? Are you married? Are you married?
I am.
You are.
I am.
What if Shaq wanted to indecent proposal your wife?
Oh wow.
What's the number?
Whoa, no number.
No number?
The decent proposal, like what? What do you mean? Like, say it again. Say it again. Like,
what you ever seen Indecent Proposal?
Oh, never. Like to take my wife out on a date or something like that. Throw a number at me?
Yeah. What's the number?
No.
What's the number?
No.
$1 million?
No number.
$1 million? $2 million?
No, never. There's no number on that.
I bet your wife has a number.
No.
Brian, you're the best. We gotta go. Love you, man.
All right, love you too, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh boy, Brian got the phone lines all crazy right now. And the text line, 925-555. 416-870-8888. Got a couple of people on hold. We'll get to you in a second. But Brian called just now and was like, found this story. I saw this thing online of this guy buying an engagement ring for his girl. And Shaq was there, Shaquille O'Neal. Legend. And Shaq is known for his charity. Anytime he's out, anywhere, and he sees people buying stuff, every now and then, not every single time, but every now and then, he will foot the bill for whatever it is that person's buying.
Yes.
And in this case, Shaq offered to purchase the engagement ring.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I absolutely would. Brian said, there's no way.
No.
Because it takes away from...
I think it sort of makes you look like a simp.
It takes away from what buying the engagement ring signifies.
Yeah, I think it's weak. I think if it's anything else, I think it's a PlayStation or a car or whatever. I think it's fine. I think that engagement ring, no. Like letting another man come in and be the hero of the engagement ring, no. No thanks.
Somebody...
not for me.
925-555. Car, okay, sure. Yeah. Engagement ring, no.
Yeah.
Another one said, I'm totally with Mocha on this. Who cares who pays for the ring? The story is amazing, and I'd still get that ring.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't. I would say no. And I love Shaq, man.
I would let Shaq pay for my engagement ring, and I've been married just shy of 4 years.
Unhappily is what it sounds like.
He can help pay for the wedding, but not the ring.
Thank you. Yes, you want to buy my honeymoon on Shaq? No problem.
I agree with Mocha. That's a wicked story to tell. Back-to-back texts that read, I'm with you, Roz. I agree with Roz.
Yeah. I don't know. I just...
Roz is such a S disturber. Yo, that's facts right there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not. I disturb no S.
You can get a way better ring. Why not?
I don't know. I don't want somebody else. Like, I don't want another man being the hero in my story. You know, like that's because that's what he becomes, right? It's like it's more of. I look at it as more of a flex for Shaq than it is for me.
With you,
but he's the hero. He's the hero. I'm not the hero. He's the hero.
416
Shaq swoops in, saves the day. No, you're not going to be the hero in my love story, man.
Let's get to these calls real quick. Line one, go ahead.
I would totally take it.
You would, huh?
Thank you.
It's a good story. Come on.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I just think that it puts you in a position where it may wind up meaning less because the story then becomes Shaq bought the ring as opposed to this is the ring. You know what I mean? Like maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
He said on text, again, by the way, 925-555. No different than giving your girlfriend your grandma's rings. Thanks, Shaq. Thanks for the call. Have a good day.
Thank you, too.
Bye. All right. It's Roz and Mocha. What do you want to say?
Mocha, I'm on your side 110% with the ring thing. It's Shaq. It's a celebrity. It's not Joe Blow. It's not Brian the driver paying for your wife's engagement ring. It's different.
Okay, first of all, who's Brian the driver? That is way too specific. That is way too specific to bring up.
He's 100. Imagine it's like when celebrities show up at your wedding, or do something cool. Where you're doing like a photo shoot. Like that would be a dream come true. Like it would have been cooler if she was there, maybe. But to have Shaq.
I'm still saying no.
No, I'm still team yes for Shaq to buy that ring.
100% guy needs dream.
What's your thank you. What's your name?
My name's George.
George, thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem. One quick thing.
Yeah.
Roz, can you do the Shaq voice one more time?
No.
The what?
The Shaq? No.
The what? What did he say?
The Shaq voice.
Oh.
No, man.
For 1 second, realized it was a bad idea.
Love you, George. Later, dude.
Later, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so I'm reading this story on Christopher Nolan's new movie Oppenheimer, where he says that people are leaving the theaters after screenings feeling devastated and unable to speak. So it's about the American physicist Robert J. Oppenheimer, who was the director of the Los Angeles lab responsible for creating the first atomic bomb. And then we know how all that ended. Mm-hmm. But I'm reading this article, and they make mention of how old Christopher Nolan is, who's a great director. Christopher Nolan has done some amazing things.
Yeah,
and
Batman.
I'm like, don't do the research. Don't do the research to find out what he accomplished at certain ages. And then I just start doing the research. You know that Christopher Nolan was 38 when he directed The Dark Knight?
Oh, really? Brilliant. Bravo.
No, I'm not clapping for that.
Why? That was great cinema.
No, I'm not
Dark
clapping.
Knight is one of the greatest movies in history.
It is. I'm not clapping for that. Too
Why?
young.
Because he's
Too
38?
young. Yep.
If he was 48, would you feel better?
Probably. I'd feel a little better. Yeah, I'd feel a little
how old
better.
is he now, though?
52.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's still older than you, though.
I know he is, but look at what he accomplished at 38.
So why are you mad, bro?
I get mad at stuff like that. I don't like young success. You know me.
But hold on a second.
Yeah.
At 38, were you not here? We're like working here.
I wasn't Dark Knight successful.
We will never be Dark Knight successful.
You don't know that. I could have been. You don't know what I'm capable of. I don't know what you're capable of. All I know is that you're never going to be Dark Knight successful at 38.
You're not working at your full capacity. If you're,
I'm just saying that I'm not like I when I see somebody who's Dark Knight successful at 38, that angers me.
Christopher Nolan has not written a book.
Doesn't matter. He made Dark Knight. If you told me I could have my book or Dark Knight, I'm taking Dark Knight all day.
Yeah, that's millions around
right?
the world.
Yeah.
Globally.
My life story or Batman's life story, Batman wins every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't you a failure? Jeez.
That's what I feel like now. Right? Right? I don't want to see the movie anymore. I was going to go see Oppenheimer, whatever the hell it's called.
Wow, you're so worked up about this, huh?
I know. I shouldn't do the math,
You can't be happy for other people's success?
Bro, no. No, here, here, let me give you another one. Hold on here.
God, here we go.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Let me do my math here. What's that guy's name?
Ryan Coogler.
No. Okay, hold on.
Don't look up how old he was when he made Black Panther.
Shush. Okay, 19. Give me 1 second. Don't worry about it. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Twitter fingers are fast.
You shush. Okay. Hold on here. Okay. Here. I'll tell you another thing that makes me feel old.
Your old man noises?
Yeah. Shut up with that. You want to know another thing that makes me feel old? Okay.
Please do tell.
Okay. I am right now 8 years older.
Yeah.
Older.
Uh-huh.
Than Al Bundy in season 1 of Married with Children. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm 8 years older than Al Bundy was in season 1 of Married with Children.
So are a lot of people. Also, that was a TV show.
It doesn't matter. That was an old man when I watched that show. Watching that show, that was an old man.
And you were more like Al Bundy right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Braden. Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. Roz, the last time Braden was on the show was April 11th, day before my birthday.
Right.
Braden wrote in and said, hey, Roz and Mocha, I'm doing an English project for my grade 12 class. It's not an assigned book. I chose it myself. And it's a project on comparing social issues from an autobiography to another source like a book. And I picked Roz's book. And I had a question. So then he started asking some questions.
right.
If you want to go
Yes.
back and listen to our original conversation with Braden, it's on episode 575 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Right.
So basically, that time that we were talking to Braden, you then, Roz, really just started spitting out all sorts of stuff, right?
Right, yes.
Knowledge and experience and your thought process behind the book, and you basically wrote Braden's assignment for it.
Right. I mean, it's my book.
We come to the realization at the end of that conversation.
I should pass a book report about my book.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Braden, you're back with us now. We assume the book report was done, submitted.
Oh, yeah.
How did it go?
I mean, I think it went great, honestly. It's like purpose and form. I don't know, Roz, if you actually think this is true, but I think the purpose of your book was to help prepare your audience for when they lose your father.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. There's sort of three. I mean, okay, go ahead. Sorry, finish what you're saying.
Yeah. Before you give him more.
Yeah.
More ammo for the next project.
Yeah.
Well, then I thought like three ways you kind of did that, which is what I wrote about, is that you kind of, when you were talking about when your dad was dying, you made it very somber, but then in other points, you added lighter spots so you can remind people that's what they have to do in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, I felt like, I don't know if you did this on purpose, but the way you wrote the book sort of felt like it was someone telling a story, almost like your dad telling a story.
Yeah, because it's just, we told...
Whoa,
yeah,
hold on,
sorry, go ahead.
Wait, stop for
go
1
ahead.
second, Roz.
Yeah.
Braid, I need to know, is your project done? Like, and you submitted it already? Or are you looking for more notes to add?
No, I was just wondering what Roz would think about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're not wrong. You sort of you got it. Couple things that were very important to me in writing the book, and one of the conversations that I had with an editor. And when I say fight, like, you have to keep in mind, these fights that you have with an editor, okay, I was never going to lose, right? Mm-hmm. But there's some decisions that you are asked to justify. Mm-hmm. And one of the decisions in the book that I was asked to justify, and it was a quick conversation, they immediately understood, was for the most part of the book, it is in chronological order of my life, right? I removed a lot of the connectivity between chapters. That's why the chapters are so short and they sort of sometimes jump years kind of thing, but they are in chronological order. Until you get to the part of the book where my dad dies, right? And when you get to that part of the book, he is no longer a part of the story. And one of the tough conversations that I had to have with the editor was that I bring my dad back later in the book. Mm-hmm. Right? I bring my dad back later in the book after I have a kid. And then there's one more chapter that is entirely dedicated to what I thought was like one of the coolest sort of, things that my dad did when I was younger. So there's one last story where he's alive, because I was very much dead set against the idea that when my dad died in the book, he dies in my life story. Right? Because that's just not the case when somebody dies.
But those parts where he came back in the book, where you brought him back, it related to the part of the story that you were telling.
Right,
so
but,
it made sense.
But I didn't tell it as a reflection.
No. But
so,
to tie everything together.
So it was very, very important for me that the last mention of my dad in the book was him alive and not when he died.
Sure.
Right? And so it was really important for me to do that, because I do jump back in time. Mm-hmm. After he dies, I kind of go all over the place a little bit. So that was sort of important for me. But yeah, no, I think that losing anybody is tough, but I think that when you lose somebody when you're young, it's extremely difficult, especially when you're so ill prepared to handle something like that. And nobody teaches you how to grieve, and it took me years before I even understood that I hadn't grieved, let alone try and start the process of grieving. So yeah, it's a big part of it. How long was your report?
4 pages.
4 pages. Wow, that's a lot.
So Braden, you submitted the assignment. What did your teacher think, and what grade did you get?
Well, she thought it was pretty funny that I went to you guys to get help with the project.
Uh-huh.
So I split the marks into 4, right? Communication, I get 4.
Uh-huh.
Knowledge, I get 4+.
Wow.
Thinking, I get 4+.
Wow.
Application, I get 3 because I didn't read the instructions properly.
What are you talking about?
What were the instructions?
Well, because you're supposed to pick the alternate source, right? And that was what I asked you about. But then you're also supposed to find some secondary research. And I didn't read that, so I didn't do that.
Oh,
no. Now, does she know about the show? Does she know the Roz and Mocha show? Does she know that Roz has a memoir, like, prior to you writing the report on it?
She didn't know about it before, no. But I got her to listen to the podcast when I was on, just so she would understand.
Okay.
Well, congratulations, man. That's a great score. 4+ knowledge, 4+ thinking, communication 4. That's awesome. Those are great grades.
Thank you.
It's what is it, Maury? Yes, I know. We should be clapping. You're right. I know. You're right.
Congratulations,
You're right. You're right. You are, Braden. You're the first person who's done any sort of project or book report on my book. So it really, really means a lot to me. And thank you for not screwing it up.
Yeah, you're welcome. Of course.
I love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Braden.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Matt, how you doing, buddy? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm not doing too bad, boys. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Oh, Matt, you sound rough.
Yeah, what's going on?
How can I live with neighbors that are constantly trying to cause problems with my family?
Wow, Matt, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, my wife and I are battling with our neighbors to the point of where we've started to fight with each other as well. And it's affecting our relationship. There's been lots of threats and police involvement. I could really use some advice. I feel like my life is falling apart. What are you going to war with your neighbor over?
There's a few neighbors, and they're all friends, right? They get on, they like to talk and cause problems. My wife is on the board of our condo, and she's the nicest person anybody's ever met. She's done everything for everybody, and these people are just they don't have anything better to do. They don't work.
But what
give us an example.
What is the war? And you live you live in a condo. We're not talking like a house, right?
No, I live in it's like a townhouse complex.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So give us an example of something that happened recently.
We should exterminate our child because we don't need another disabled child on the system.
So you have a disabled child?
We have a child with learning disabilities, yes.
I'm confused as to how this all sort of manifested. Like, I understand a neighbor saying something awful that you already don't like each other, but like, where did all of this start?
COVID. At the beginning of COVID, she was one of those, like, I'm not allowed to have anybody around me that's more than 6 feet away from us. Or
who was one of those? Who was one of those?
The main neighbor that's causing the problems?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was out taking pictures of everybody that was not doing what she thought that they needed to do. And so she was calling the police, and she was just putting in complaints, harassing us, yelling at us out the window. I have like 600 recording clips on my phone of her just yelling at me as I was walking my dog around the co-op.
Because you weren't abiding by like COVID restrictions?
Yeah, and she didn't like the fact that we didn't bow down to her and listen to exactly what she said.
What was she saying?
This is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. F you, F this.
No, but about what? About what?
Just everything, like everything. My wife is on the board, so she thinks that she's the number one person that she needs to attack. She doesn't attack anybody else.
So is this neighbor that's causing all the problems, that's yelling at you, is she doing the same thing to other people in the townhouse complex? So what does the board say about this then?
There's not much they can do, right? Because they go, it's more Landlord-Tenant Act area, and they go more for the tenants than landlords these days.
So are you a landlord?
No, I'm not a landlord, but I'm a tenant, and the landlord doesn't really want to get involved. And they call my work because I'm parked in a visitor spot, and they just try and take away like my dog, because I have a dog that looks like a pit bull.
Who's they? The condo board is trying to do all this?
No,
because she's
the
complaining?
neighbors.
Oh, so the neighbors. Okay, so it's a woman and like just by herself, or so she has a family as well that's causing problems with you guys?
By herself.
And then, so what do the cops do when the cops show up?
They talk to her and they tell her to calm down, but there's not much they can do because apparently harassment is a hard thing to get somebody on these days, especially in Canada.
Right.
Mental health is
like, is that what you're dealing with here?
Right?
Like, are you dealing with an a-hole, or are you dealing with somebody who's sick?
I'm dealing with an who claims that she's sick.
Okay.
she lost her son, I think 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I think to an overdose.
Yeah.
And she's also on drugs as well, but she uses that as her crutch every time somebody gets in her face. I'm sick.
I think that your question is better posed like, how do you deal with a neighbor who's going through a mental health crisis and is an addict who is sort of tormenting you? Like, I don't think that this person is just a jerk. I think that you need to go at this from that perspective and maybe get somebody to go in and do like a wellness check, and maybe they need actual help as opposed to another fight.
Oh, you've tried that, and what happened?
if she says she's fine, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
My wife works at a police station, and she's talked to her bosses, and it's a touchy subject.
Well, I honestly think that you may be at a point of where you're like, when you say, what can you do? I think that you've exhausted all the options. And I think that the answer that you've landed on is nothing, bro.
Unless you're, unless you're willing to move and get away
that's like
from there. But
you know what?
understandable
Let me
that it's tough for people to get homes these days, right?
Yeah, let me tell you this. I live in a 3-bedroom townhouse with 2 bathrooms, and I pay under $920 a month.
Yeah, it's but you.
So it's like
I know
it's
the
hard to
trade-off.
move, right?
But
Totally,
what's it? But what's it worth? Is it worth it to you?
My mental health is more important to me, and that's what I've been saying to my wife.
Then you got your answer.
But she doesn't want it to seem like they're winning, right?
It's not about winning. What do you think? Like, who cares? Who cares?
She's going to go and harass somebody else after you guys
What
leave.
are you just
leave.
literally talked for 5 minutes about how you don't like these people, and all of a sudden now you care what they think about you?
I don't care what they think about me. She cares about what because she does. She's never done anything wrong. I'm more like you, Roz. I'm more like I don't give a about what people think.
Sure. Okay. This is not a conversation about what to do with your neighbor. This is how do you have a conversation with your wife about what's best for both of you. That's what this is about. This isn't about the neighbor.
I guess this is
about you and this is about you and your wife.
I guess so. Yeah.
So have that conversation. That's where the conversation needs to start, dude.
Those conversations are hard with somebody who's not really perceptive to the conversation, right?
You got to have the hard conversations. We're sitting here talking about a neighbor that's irrelevant. You can't do anything about it when the real problem is that you and your wife don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
You got to do it for your family, man.
All right? Go have that conversation. Call us back.
Okay.
We are going to follow up with you again, okay?
Please do. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. You take care, man. Thanks for reaching out.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Luke texted and said, love your show. I'm a fairly new listener. Just hoping I'm not a jinx. Every time I get into a show, it goes off the air. Love you guys. You make my day.
Oh, damn.
So, Luke, welcome to the Roz and Mocha show. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. How long ago did you discover the show?
So, I'd say I started listening maybe about 6 months ago. Before you guys, I had started out listening to 102.1 The Edge. I used to listen to the Dean Blundell show.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went off the air. And then I started listening to Z1035, and I was listening to Scott and Kat in the morning. And then they went off the air. And then I started listening to 93.5, and I was listening to Blake and, who was it? Blake and...
I've never heard of any of these people.
No?
No.
Also, sounds like we destroyed everybody.
So, and then they ended up going off the air. And now I started listening to you guys, and you guys are hilarious. And I've heard that you've been on the air for as long as you have been. And
almost 14 years now, Luke.
Man, amazing. Absolutely amazing. You guys are hilarious. Okay. I don't know how I wasn't listening to you guys before. I could have saved myself so much upsetness.
Yeah, like what do you attribute that to? Like how did you not discover this show after all that time? Like flipping around, like even accidentally you could discover this show.
Like we had like commercials, billboards all over the place, like on buses, on street corners, like everywhere.
I definitely have known of the show, but I don't know how I didn't end up listening to it before. I mean, I guess we came of the age where I was listening to a lot of my own music, like my iPod I was listening to a lot of, and sort of curating my own playlists and stuff. But man, the morning shows, it's not even always the music. It's just listening to you guys and your conversations and the things you guys talk about, and it's so personable and man, I love it. It's great. It's a great way to start my day. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, a lot of the time after your show's off, I turn off the radio. So.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Not the first one that has ever said that, Luke. It's all good. Thank you. We appreciate you making the switch to the Roz and Mocha show. FYI, if you want to get caught up on anything that you may have missed, because you only just started listening 6 months ago, we do have a podcast, and we've got we're getting up to 700 episodes soon. So
yes, I definitely have started following that.
Okay, good.
In the off time, I definitely listen to those. And the segments where people find clips of you guys and slow it down and listen to you guys when it sounds like you're drunk.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Cool.
Hilarious.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
love that. You love that. Well, Luke, welcome once again to the Roz and Mocha Show. We appreciate the support over the past 6 months. Hopefully, you'll stick with us now for life. And
100%.
you've listened to the show long enough to know that when we do talk to people, usually we ask, before we wrap things up, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
So I have to say Roz, and I'm not going to apologize like everybody else does either.
Perfect. Thank you.
Wow. You listen. You're the best, Luke. Listen, you have our contact info. Reach out anytime, okay?
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Shawn, why is your shirt button all the way up to the neck?
Why not? It doesn't look good.
That's weird.
Really?
Shem has a button up, and you legit buttoned it all the way up.
I always wear my button ups this way.
You should go cholo style and just keep the top button up and undo all the rest.
Oh, well, you know what?
Do you have an undershirt on?
I do.
Yeah, go cholo style.
Done. And I got a white one too.
Yeah.
See what that looks like.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Such a good look.
Thank you.
And then you need Dickies shorts with long white socks. There you go.
Oh,
See?
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How's that?
That's how I used to sit in my dressing room at ET Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because everything,
For fashion or
everything,
to air out?
everything was so tight, right? Like everything on me was just so tight that when I would sit on my couch in my dressing room in between takes, I didn't want to wrinkle anything. And so I would go in and I would undo the bottom 4 buttons and then just open my shirt flat. So when I sat, it didn't get crinkled.
Yeah.
Right. And then when it was time for me to go back on set, I would just do them all up, tuck the shirt back in, and then my shirt was still pristine.
But how much time would go
Sometimes
by?
it was 25, 30 minutes.
So at that point, so if you know it's going to be that long, why don't you just take the shirt off completely, put it on a hanger?
No, because I have my microphone pack and I'm all hooked up with wires, right?
Gotcha.
I got my earpiece in and the pack on my back and then
You're
another one on
RoboCop.
my belt and all this stuff. So it was impossible to take everything off. So I would just undo my shirt and then you just saw my belly sticking out my
Would you undo your
my
pants
bare
as well?
belly. Oh, hell yes.
I do that now.
Hell yes, I would undo my pants.
During
At
the
work,
show.
Shem?
Yeah, during the show.
No, you don't.
I'm in a room by myself. Might as well.
What if you forget? That was always my fear, that I was going to forget and stand up.
Dude, let me tell you, our boss walked in here one time.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten.
Yeah. And your pants were undone, sitting there?
And he was like, whoa, what's going on?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like,
Did you stand up or you sat? You were sitting down?
No, I stood up.
You stood up. And
Yeah.
what happened? And your pants fell?
No, it didn't fall. I just had my belt. It just looked like I was.
When the belt's hanging down?
You know, it just looked like I was interrupted.
Business.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't
Degenerate
good.
at work. You can't wait, man.
Listen, sometimes you got to take care of business, right? You know?
You're in the moment?
I would rather Shem take care of it at work than be distracted all morning. To be honest with you. Right?
Good looking at us.
Right?
What time was this at when the boss walked in?
Oh, it was like 8:20 or something.
Yeah, see? Been sitting there all day alone, mind racing.
Yeah, at that point, you would have been at work already for 4 hours.
Oh,
awkward.
yeah.
So
right?
imagine if you start your work day at 9, right?
Yep.
The equivalent of that is at 1 p.m. your boss walking in.
Yes.
At wherever it is that you're sitting, working at the time, and your pants are undone.
Yeah.
What would cause me to be
sitting in front of your computer?
Yeah.
Actually, no. In Shem's case, in the room that he's in, sitting in front of 4 computers.
Yeah, all of them, all the monitors.
And it's so messed up. It's dark and it's just spotlights. It just looks really bad.
Yeah, he's got 4 different categories open on each monitor.
That browser history is wild.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
So you might be the only fan, Roz, that we've heard from that loves The Idol on HBO.
I do. I love it.
Here's a text we got. Guys, I can't believe how much everyone hates The Idol. I love it. Is something wrong with me? I could watch it all day.
What? First of all, what is wrong with you? What do you love about it?
I don't know. It's pretty hot, I think.
Oh, God.
What? So are you into, because I've never seen the show and I get all my information from the internet and, of course, from Roz and Shem, who watch the show. Is it the Weeknd, like his character? Is it a kind of combination of all things between the Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp's character? Like, what is it?
It's her character.
Her character.
Her character.
Yeah, I think she's pretty hot. And I like, I don't know, I like the whole, I kind of find like it almost looks like they're trying to take from Britney Spears and.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Yeah, and I don't know, I like that. And I like her making the video and the photo shoot and just kind of seeing like the behind the scenes, I guess, of it.
But does it change your perception then, or I guess maybe not, of the Weeknd, as like a lot of people online are saying, like their view now of the Weeknd, who he is, who we all know as the singer, has completely changed because of this character that he's playing on the show?
Well, have any of you listened to the words in his songs?
It's different, though. This is different, though. This is different.
But he's a dirty guy.
I know, but this is different. This is like, I understand the Weeknd sort of being cool, but like the character that he chose to play, like his passion project, is super rapey. Like
I don't. I kind of like it. I don't think he's a good actor.
Let me give you a quote from the show, Mocha. Okay, this is. Do
I gotta bleep this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should.
Oh,
You're gonna have to bleep this. Definitely have to bleep this. So here's one quote that was one of my favorites, which is when he's with Lily Rose Depp and he says, "I want to and."
What?
I mean.
But he says it with like.
I'm okay with that.
He says it with like dead eyes. Like he's so gross. Like he's so gross.
Is this that has in her phone somebody named Daddy?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Oh. This all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
We talked to recently who told
Yeah.
us.
Also, when she called us and told us that story, Maurie, she did not use her real name.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's beep her name.
This is the same person who told us that she sexted her father by accident. Some pretty dirty stuff, obviously, that was meant for her boyfriend at the same time. She saved her father in her phone in her contacts list as dad, and her boyfriend at the time as daddy, which is why the mistake happened. Yeah. Okay. And then at that time, you shared with us some of the things that you sexted your father accidentally. So it totally does make sense as to why you enjoy The Idol.
Yeah, see, I'm getting material.
Yeah.
No, I do like it. And my favorite show is Euphoria.
Yeah.
So,
see, I can't watch you. I don't want to watch teenagers have sex.
They're not teenagers in real life, though.
They are in the show.
But they don't look like teenagers. They're not.
Come on. All right. Enough of you.
Says every guy standing in front of a judge.
Or Chris Harrison.
Yeah.
Whoa.
To Catch a Predator.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know.
All right. Well, you go and enjoy the show.
But I will say this. I think that there's a lot of people like you and like all of us, which is I think that the numbers for this show are going to increase. Maybe not, but I think that they might. And it's only because of how gross the show is. So whether you're a fan of it or whether you find it disgusting, I don't think it's going to stop people from watching.
Can you at least admit, though, that Lily Rose Depp is a good actress? Because I think she's really good.
No.
No. Okay. Well, you're wrong.
I will not.
Not today. Thanks, girl. Have a great day.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Get ready to wiggle, y'all. Our friends, the Wiggles, they've been in our lives for almost 14 years now. They are back on the road throughout North America, September and October, as part of their Ready, Steady, Wiggle tour. Tickets on sale right now at wiggles.com. You know them. We love them.
Ready, steady, wiggle, fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Hands in the air, rock-a-bye bear. Hot potato, hot potato.
The Wiggles are here, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony, blue wiggle. Simon, red wiggle. Sahai, yellow wiggle. And new purple wiggle. John is here. Hey. Welcome once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wiggles are here. Of course, you got the big tour happening. Tickets on sale right now. Ready, Steady, Wiggle tour right across the country, starting in St. John's on Saturday, September 23rd, and then wrapping in Toronto on October 8th. How pumped, how excited are you all to be hitting the road? Sai.
Oh, super stoked. I love being in Canada, and I'm used to it anyway now, so I'm super, super excited.
Yeah.
We all are.
Purple Wiggle, John, is this going to be your first time doing
Second time
in
Canada? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what was the experience like the first time for you?
First time was great. It was exciting. It
Where
was
did
my
we
first
live?
experience.
Every night we went to
Italy.
Moxie's.
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 Yeah.
These are places we don't have.
Yeah.
And people complained, didn't they? The
guys in our car, yeah. No, it's just me and Anthony, we love going there after the show to rehydrate. Some water. Not everybody is.
Yes,
Very thirsty.
Of course. How is the road? Are you settling in, John?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good team, and we have a lot of fun. As you can see, we just love being on the road, love being in Canada.
And John's very hydrated. It's
very hydrated.
Very hydrated.
Skippy's getting tighter and tighter by the minute.
Speaking of, can we talk about how swole Purple Wiggle is?
Okay.
No offense to Lockie, right? Who we absolutely love on the Roz and Mocha show. But John, like, them muscles, bro.
Oh, thanks.
When you're on the road and you're touring with the Wiggles, how many moms, aunts, and grandmas are hitting on you?
I have no idea. I try not to focus on that too much. I focus on my skivvy and how it fits.
Hey, all right.
Just put it in the dryer twice a day.
At the shows, Simon, tell about the T-shirts.
Yeah, people are making their own T-shirts saying, "I'm only here for John."
Oh no!
Yeah, and that's not the children. That's
I'm going through. So let me a couple of tweets. Yes, I may be 18 and live on my own with absolutely no small child around me, just my cats. But we will definitely tune in. That's cool. Somebody else wrote, "Kind of wish my kid liked the Wiggles so I could make an excuse to see John, the Purple Wiggle."
Come on down,
Halifax.
bring your friends.
They go. Somebody else wrote, "All of a sudden, I'm a huge Wiggles fan." But the recognition is amazing, and the great thing about the Wiggles that we've found out over the years is it's not necessarily the love for the Wiggles, but it's the deep love that people have for the Wiggles, where it's like kids who have grown up, and then it is always a part of somebody's life. It has never gone away. And what is the responsibility that sort of you hold to this thing that is the Wiggles?
I grew up with the Wiggles.
You
so
did.
I hold this same feeling that everyone has. And I think it is super important. And, wearing the skivvy, it's not like putting on a regular T-shirt, or it's almost like, you feel like a superhero. You do have that responsibility, and you're that first point of contact with children that, grow up with music and dance. And I think it's, we do understand the role we have, and we wear it proudly.
Simon, when you guys are on tour and you're singing all the classics, right?
Yep.
Does your favorite Wiggles song change from tour to tour, year to year? Like, what's your kind of favorite that you cannot wait to sing and perform in front of people?
Yeah, it's always been "Rockabye Your Bear."
Yeah.
It's this, just a wonderful combination of lyric and action, and it's now I've got a little boy now, he's 2.5, and that was one of the you understand as a parent now when your child everybody claps 3 times, sings la 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 la. You actually have that moment, and you understand the development that a child has, and then the love a parent has when they see that in their child.
No kid ever thinks that their dad is cool, right? Are you prepared to not be your kid's favorite Wiggle?
Well, I'm already not. It's Lucia. Yeah. No, I never made the cut from day one. It's Lucia, Anthony's daughter, the other Blue Wiggles.
She's Blue Wiggle. Yeah.
So,
How surreal is that for you, Anthony? Like being the Blue Wiggle, an OG Wiggle, and both of your kids grew up not only immersed in the world of the Wiggles, but also performing and touring with you guys.
Well, mate, Lucia's the other Blue Wiggle, and she went to Australia's ballet school for 3 years. She was boarded. So I've really got to know her a lot more than I would. And she's, how old is she?
19 and 15.
She's older now. And I've got to know her really well. And this sounds crazy, but I really love her even more now that we're on the road.
That's an incredible gift. What a gift that is.
Yeah.
The Wiggles are here. The Ready Steady Wiggle Tour. Tickets on sale right now. Go get those tickets because you know that the Wiggles know how to put on a great show. So I was going to ask Sahai, John, Anthony, and Simon, anytime you come into the Roz and Mocha show, you guys always perform. John, this will be the first time on the Roz and Mocha show.
Mocha, can we ask you what's been happening so we can put it in a 30-second song? Marriage is happening.
I'm getting married.
Maurie's not invited.
Maurie's not invited. Mocha just beat Shem in a race. Yes,
dusted him.
And what about
what else?
A Little Broken?
A
How's
Little
the
Bit
book?
Broken. That's
A Little
my
Bit
book.
Broken,
The book
yeah.
was
Number
incredible. Instant #1 bestseller. Yes.
So it's got to do with these all. Okay.
Oh, my son Cruz is 6 years old. He races go-karts, and he won his first trophy a couple of weeks ago.
He's a champion.
Are you ready?
Champions raise champions.
This is incredible.
I'm ready.
Oh no! Thanks, Simon.
Roz is getting married. Everyone's excited. Except for Maurie, because well, he's not invited. Well, here we are. Everyone, a little bit broken. I don't know what to say. Everybody's spoken.
Anyone else?
We had nothing prepared, as you can tell, because we're at Moxie's.
Yes, because we're at Moxie's.
Oh my God, guys! Thank you so much. The Wiggles Ready Steady Wiggle Tour happening again right across the country. Tickets on sale right now. Wiggles, we have so much love for you. Thank you for always making time for the Roz and Mocha Show. And anytime you are here in this country, you always have a home on our show. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are amazing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was just going through this list here it's one of these things that makes you feel old.
Okay.
Where it's like things that used to be good at that are now completely obsolete because everybody right now, because of AI and all this stuff. Catherine and I have this conversation all the time where she's like super pissed off about AI and everything else. She's a photographer, right? And when you see now what Photoshop can do with regenerative sort of processing, like it's crazy, and they're sweating, and for a certain part they should be. But my whole philosophy behind AI, when people think that their jobs are going to be replaced by AI, we're going to go through a very, very, very long period of time where your job isn't necessarily, a lot of jobs won't necessarily be replaced by AI, but you will be replaced by somebody who is very good at using AI. And so I'm like, why don't you just pivot, everybody, and you should become the best person in your field at using
Don't give away the secret, man.
At using those AI skills, right? There's skills, there's things that we used to be really, really good at that are now like suddenly obsolete, like completely obsolete. Was there ever anybody in your house who had the magic touch when it came to the television? Like when the signal was crappy, like you could hit the side of the TV and get the picture back? No? You never had that?
We, if you didn't want to go and find batteries for the remote, when you take the remote and just slap it on the side of or you use your hand to slap the side of it.
Right. But you still need to do that today, though.
Yeah.
You can't slap the flat
like
screen.
this.
You can't slap the flat screen. You'll break it. You'll shatter it. You're buying a new TV if you hit your TV now. TVs used to be able to take a beating.
Not now.
Not now. You can't do it now.
Break all them pixels.
Oh my God. The person in the house who knew how to set up the VCR to tape something ahead of time?
That was me.
What's a VCR, guys?
Oh my God. Here we go. Okay, Mocha. You ever folded a map, Mocha?
Like Google Maps? Like close the window?
No.
This isn't fun if you're not going to play along.
Like exit out of the app? I can do that. It's a swipe up. Gone.
Mo, have you ever had to untangle a phone cord, like the curly phone cord? You ever had to untangle one of those?
Oh, every day.
A phone cord?
Yes.
Oh, like this cord that's on this phone in
No.
here, right?
Yeah.
Like this cord?
Yes. Have you ever had to untangle one of those at
This
home?
phone is from like the 80s, I think.
Okay, no, it's really not. That's just a telephone. That's
Or
what
do you mean
that's
like
what telephones look like?
Like when my
no, that's a charger. That's not what we're talking about. That's a charging cord.
because the charging cords are so good now they don't get tangled.
No, we're not talking about that.
This, okay.
What about? I used to be very, very good at remembering phone numbers. I used to know everybody's phone number.
I know yours.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I just say in my phone, "Hey Siri, call whoever."
Why are you so afraid of appearing your actual age? Like you're not even that old. Why are you
Thank
so?
you.
Why are
Thank
you
you for
so?
saying that.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Thank you, Roz.
You know, I had a whole thing. Like I was going to go through things.
Let's
and we
go
were
through
gonna,
them.
No, I don't want to
Why?
go through them with you.
Why?
Because
Give me one more. Give me one
no,
more.
I don't want to give you one more.
Just one more.
No.
Come on, please.
No.
One more.
Writing in cursive.
That I know how to do.
You do?
Yes.
Why does everything that you send on paper look, it's printed in all caps?
Because nobody uses cursive anymore. I know how to do it.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Okay,
Never
one
mind.
more.
No, I don't want to do anything. No, I literally have lost complete interest in all of this. All of it. I don't know what you're afraid of. What you think is going to happen if you say like, hey, I'm this
29?
20. Oh, for God's sakes.
Young man things.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, the Swifties aren't happy.
You broke our hearts, Taylor.
So Taylor announced a whole slew of new dates for the Eras Tour. And a lot of people were thinking that this was going to be the round where she announced Canadian shows, because she announced a lot of European stuff and shows all the way into next year. And no Canadian dates. But there are still sort of like big holes in the tour that I know some people are still holding out hope for, but it's not looking good at all.
Like August 17th of 2024 is the last date. And that's back-to-back nights in the UK at Wembley Stadium. So if like what, we could cross our fingers for December of 2024 or at least 2025?
Yeah, I mean, she's like the problem is that there is still that gap from Mexico from Mexico to Argentina, right? Like she still has that gap. There's August 27th. She wraps up in Mexico City.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Okay,
and then she hits Buenos Aires in November. Like there's still that August to November gap.
There's no
right?
reason why she wouldn't just announce it. Like why keep it a secret?
Yeah. Why wouldn't she just do that?
Yeah, no.
She's not stupid. Taylor's going to announce some Canadian dates.
No, there's no way they would have done it. There's no reason to hold out.
Yeah, why not do it yesterday with all these other international? We're not international enough for you?
Could be scheduling.
Please schedule my ass.
So one of the criticisms that the fans, and I read this tweet and it got a lot of action, which was somebody wrote, sorry, but I really think Taylor's team should have warned Canadian Swifties so they could get tickets for U.S. shows.
Agreed.
There were so many Canadian Swifties who lost the chance to get tickets on the American leg because they thought for sure there would be Canadian dates. And Dammit Maurie caught up with a bunch of, where'd you find these people on Twitter? Just like angry.
That's right, angry fans.
Angry fans. So this is Dammit Maurie with some of Taylor's, biggest fans. Not too happy though.
Oh no, say it isn't so. Taylor Swift announced the international dates for her Eras Tour, and Canada is missing from that list. Alex, you must be so upset and devastated.
Oh my God, I was absolutely not ready for it. I'm haunted by it. Absolutely going to be a cruel summer without Taylor coming to Canada. I'm absolutely gutted. I won't lie. I thought she was going to announce Canadian dates with the American leg to begin, and then she announced South American dates, and it wasn't there either. So I was really hoping for this one. I think I'm more upset at the fact that all my international friends have the opportunity to see her and they're rubbing it in my face. So I think I'm more upset at that than at Taylor herself.
I feel absolutely devastated. I've been waiting for months and months just for Taylor. And to see that we're not in there, I just really hope she's considering us soon. I know that she does hold a dear place for Canadian fans still. It's just a little bit unsettling to see that pop up. I just really hope that she comes around, though.
Oh, my God. Oh, I seen that today. I got the notification right away. I sent it to my boyfriend. I could not believe not one Canadian stop is happening. Like, what is happening? It sucks. I mean, of course, I'm happy for everybody over there because I know she's never been over there before, so that's awesome. I'm so happy for everybody and everybody that's got to see her so far. I'm living vicariously through everybody's videos and tweets and everything on Instagram, and it does suck. It really, really sucks. I feel for every Canadian Swiftie.
What would you say to Taylor Swift right now as a Canadian?
Taylor, come on. Come to Canada, please. Please, please, please. We'll give you free beaver tails, poutine. I'm sure Tim Hortons would hook you up with maybe an iced coffee named after you.
You think Taylor Swift going to come to Canada for iced coffee?
But the beaver tails is a good, thing.
I do love beaver tails.
And the problem that fans are in now, Canadian fans, is that you start looking at U.S. shows.
Yeah.
And a lot of the West Coast fans in Canada were looking at the 2 shows that she has at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington, July 22nd and July 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go on StubHub to look for tickets for that show, floor seats range between $3,500 to $20,000 each.
That's U.S.?
That's U.S. The worst seats in the house, like the nosebleeds, stadium nosebleeds, not arena, stadium nosebleeds, are $1,800 to $3,500 each.
Plus flight and hotel.
Yeah, I mean, you can just drive, right? If you're in Vancouver, you just drive to Seattle. That happens all the time. But yeah, so the lowest ticket price right now for Taylor in Seattle on StubHub is $1,800. And I'm sure those are only going to go up now, knowing that those Canadian dates weren't announced.
Like, I know someone who bought for the, I think, Detroit show. She went to that one and Madison Square Garden.
Really, huh?
Because she is a big Swiftie. Her and her friend are huge Swifties. And when they devastated when the Canadian dates were not announced the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was even thinking, because, like, Jenna and I really want to go to this show, right?
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift's got 5 shows in LA at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
But knowing what those prices are in Seattle, there's no way LA is going to be any cheaper.
Couldn't she at least perform in Buffalo so it's easier to get to from Toronto?
Yeah, I know. And I'm shocked. Like, there was no Buffalo. Like, when you look at the cities too, like, she does Kansas City, but not Buffalo. Like, she does Cincinnati, but not Buffalo. Like, it's interesting that, because if it was Buffalo and not Toronto, you could be like, okay, then there's definitely no Canadian dates, because that's usually the sort of way that it goes. But to not do that, then it like that, like, fans I know are still holding out like a little bit of hope, I guess. I don't know, but it's not looking good, because I'm looking at shows that she's booked up, like Tokyo, Japan, London, England, Manchester. Like, she's booked up until August next summer, next August.
And there's no way she doesn't know, or her organization doesn't know that Canadian fans are pissed.
Oh, they know.
Right? Yeah. And for them to not say anything just yet, I don't know. I think that's kind of wrong.
I think that if the plan was to never do Canadian dates, I agree with that tweet. I think that you should have come out and said there will be no Canadian dates.
Yeah.
For sure.
And no Buffalo.
And those poor people in Buffalo.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What was Ed Sheeran doing this weekend?
Performing at Rogers Center.
Well, he also went to Taste of Little Italy on college.
Sorry, he went to what?
The Taste of Little Italy.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
He went to the Taste of Little Italy.
He went to the Taste of Little Italy. Lily.
You know what's funny is I was barbecuing on the roof of my condo and I could hear the concert.
Yeah?
It was that loud.
Dude, I was watching video of fans out in front of all the stadiums where Taylor Swift is playing. And there's like 5,000 fans in the parking lot.
Incredible.
Because they can hear it over the wall.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, the Rogers Center roof was open because the staging was so big.
Really, huh?
Yeah, the roof was open.
Damn, it's crazy.
Ed Sheeran knows how to put on a good show.
Yeah.
I like him.
So what happened? He was with Shawn Mendes? Is that the deal?
Shawn Mendes came out as a surprise.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
But is it really, though? He lives like across the street from the venue.
Yeah, but I mean, he hasn't performed in a year and a half.
True.
Oh, I guess.
True. What did he sing? Do you know?
We think we have a clip there, right?
Yeah.
And chaos of it. I started shaking. I was like, what the? I feel a bit speechless about it, to be honest, right now. First time you've been in staging for a year and a half. Dude, I feel insane. I feel crazy. It's gonna explode.
Oh, I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my inhibition. Baby, there's nothing holding me back. You take me places that tear up my reputation. But if you lay my decision, baby, there's nothing holding me back. There's nothing holding me back.
Sounds good.
Toronto, make some love for your own Shawn Mendes.
Listen to that crowd.
What a reaction. I've had that 3 times in my life at gigs. Palanatini in Glasgow, Stormzy in London. And Shawn Mendes is Toronto.
That's crazy.
That's wild, man.
Good for them, though.
Yeah.
And I like hearing Shawn Mendes back on stage. I was
thinking
that
about
live element, right?
The other day, remember we did a bunch of stories because it's coming to an end. I think he did his last show with not Elton John. What's he? Billy Joel. How he did that 5-year-long residency at Madison Square Garden, where you just play one show a month, and he's like, if people still want to come, I'll come. And he was 150 shows or something like that. Ooh. Why doesn't Drake do that in Toronto?
In Toronto?
Yeah.
You mean at
Scotiabank? Scotiabank.
Well,
could you imagine? The amount of people that would come for
He
one
could do it
show.
at his own venue, History.
No. I mean,
No, you
big,
need a big place. Yeah.
big. Like he would bring in the tourist dollars. If Drake did he didn't even have to go on tour. If Drake just made that his home, where once a month he just did a gig, it'd be incredible.
Oh, yeah, Scotiabank Arena would be completely open to it.
It'd be incredible if he did that.
They would.
Right? Look at the ticket prices for his current tour now. Like the Toronto dates are way more than anywhere else.
Yeah.
On the entire tour.
This is what I'm saying. And people would come here, right? Like
I
see
think
Drake
so.
at home, everything else.
But I think the thing with Billy Joel is it's nostalgic, right?
I don't.
I know,
yeah.
but Drake has a big enough name in Toronto to be able to pull that off.
Like I'm not saying he could do 5 years, 150 shows or whatever.
No, but let's say if he did a 1-year residency.
Yeah, just 12 shows.
Right?
Right? Like, I think that would be kind of baller. Like, I think, I don't know. I can't believe that somebody else has not done that.
Good point.
Like, you do Vegas residencies, but they're intense for a little while, and then you go away and they rotate the stage and the artist and everything else. But the thing that Billy Joel did in New York, like, you like, what is another hometown sort of guy on that level that could do a once-a-month residency at a big place?
Probably Beyonce in Houston.
She would never, though.
No, would never, but you could do it, right?
I think Drake is Toronto that I think that makes sense. Like
I don't.
Or Jay-Z at Barclays.
Oh, Jay-Z at Barclays, yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
to me, Beyonce is New York. Like, I know she's from Houston, everything else, right? But Beyonce's
Beyonce's New York.
Beyonce's New York. Jay-Z's New York, right?
You could easily do Mariah Carey at Madison Square Garden.
No.
Because she's very New York.
No, I don't think you could do once a month with Mariah Carey, though.
No. I think you could do Taylor Swift in a place like
Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God, she could do that for the next
rest of her
decade
life.
if she wanted to.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, easily. But I'm shocked that somebody else hasn't done that. And to me, I think when you think of like that hometown god where they have an arena attached to them and that fan base, like Billy Joel did in New York, it's like Drake. Like, why hasn't he done this?
You could call it Tovo, like Toronto's very own.
It's crazy. You're Maurie with the marketing already.
Anyway, I thought that was really nice, though, that Ed Sheeran brought out Shawn Mendes
that was cool. Totally.
at Rogers Center over the weekend.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, people in this country are still very heated that Taylor Swift is not visiting this country on her Eras World Tour, even though she added additional dates for the rest of this year and all of 2024.
There was a conservative MP out in Alberta, Matt Giroux, who filed an official grievance with the House of Commons. And a lot of times politicians do this. It's just like super tongue-in-cheek and it's a goof. But the reasoning behind it is actually quite solid because they said that Taylor's tour in the U.S. could generate $5 billion into the U.S. economy. And so with no shows in Canada, we don't get any of that money, right?
Yeah.
But also for the fans.
Of course, for the fans.
But there's a lot going on. So people are still pissed.
Shem wrote a song, by the way, about this. Performed it himself. Before we get to the song, read some additional tweets we found from yesterday. Whichever politician brings Taylor Swift to Canada gets my vote for prime minister, reads one. Oh, God. Why is everyone so upset over Taylor Swift not coming to Canada? We have a ton more talented singers and artists right here at home. Support local artists.
Okay, here we go with that. It's Taylor Swift.
But we're talking about...
Why can't we have both?
I'll happily support local artists, but I will also happily support going to a Taylor Swift concert because that Eras tour is crazy.
Yes.
And it's Taylor friggin' Swift.
Yes.
Is it acceptable to plan a trip around Taylor Swift? I need to know if she's releasing more dates soon for Canada or if this is it. Okay, why is Taylor Swift not going to Canada? Like, it's next door, bro. That's another tweet.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. It's simplistic.
If Taylor Swift doesn't tour in Canada, there's going to be a war with the States. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Before we get to Shem's song, one more tweet. I love how Canada only starts trending when Taylor Swift doesn't come here, as if we aren't on fire. Referencing the wildfires.
Yeah, we.
So this had Shem thinking and singing, actually. Wrote a track for all you Canadian Swifties who are feeling just as much pain as we are that Taylor is not visiting our country at all. Here we go.
I had this dream about you on stage while you are on tour. To see you perform would be cool.
Oh my God.
I'd sing my heart out to your songs with thousands of people. I have your posters in my room.
I was really hoping for this one.
I tried to buy tickets using devices, but damn girl, those prices, they're high, sis. I'm now in crisis. We wasted our time. Inside I'm screaming and fiending. I even pray to Jesus, come to Canada, don't tease us. Taylor, girl, it's time. Hey, hi, what about Canadian Swifties? It's our time. Did you forget about me? I swear it feels like everyone else gets the Eras tour. But for Canada, the number of dates that we get is 0.
What is happening?
I just really hope she's considering us soon.
I'm absolutely gutted.
Sometimes I feel like you forgot us Canadian Swifties. I'm sad and I am trying to chill.
Oh my God, I was absolutely not ready for it.
Please, Taylor, announce some dates to a Canadian city. I still believe, I know you will.
Taylor, come to Canada.
Inside my heart is breaking, the disappointment I'm feeling now. I'm crying, no, I can't believe we're running out of time. Inside I'm screaming and fiending. I even pray to Jesus, oh please don't tease us. Please, Taylor, it's time. Hey, hi, what about Canadian Swifties? It's our time. Did you forget me? I swear it feels like everyone else gets the Eras tour. But for Canada, the number of dates that we get is 0.
I just really hope that she comes around.
Oh, Taylor Swift! What are you going to do to make this better?
And I think that the thing that needs to be reminded to people, because I know it's this whole, hey, come to Canada, come to Canada, come to Canada, right? But the last time Taylor was on tour was 2018 for the Reputations tour, right?
Yeah.
And I know that there's a come to Canada, come to Canada.
Yeah.
But when we say come to Canada, if Taylor does wind up doing show, you know damn well it's only going to be in Toronto.
And where's,
right?
And where's Toronto?
But you know what I mean? They're like, there's going to be there is 0 chance of a Vancouver show.
I think maybe
There is
at least
chance.
Vancouver.
There is 0 chance of a Vancouver show. There is 0 chance of shows in Alberta.
But I think it would be a little bit easier.
There is 0 East Coast love. There is 0. You know damn well that this whole come to Canada thing, everybody from across the country is still going to have to buy a plane ticket.
She's doing Winnipeg.
0 chance. 0 chance. Maybe Air Canada gets involved, does a Taylor discount for the Eras tour, start selling off cheap flights, all that stuff, because you know if Canada is announced, it will be one place, and that's it.
Taylor Swift, it's balls in your court now.
Right?
What you gonna do?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Spent the whole weekend with my dad.
Wow.
Saturday, him and my mom came by for barbecue, and then yesterday, I needed some help with some stuff in the backyard, so my dad came and hung out for the day.
What'd you have to do in the backyard?
Oh, we have this play structure that's like super old and like pretty much falling apart.
Didn't you build that?
Yeah.
And it's already super old and falling apart?
Yeah, so we took it apart.
What kind of workmanship is that?
No, it's great, but we're putting a basketball court there. Cruz is too big for the...
nice. Nice.
The play structure.
I know that's a pain in the ass. It's
Uh-huh.
the window is so small on those things.
Yeah, but we got like 4.5 years out of it.
Oh, it's not bad. I
Yeah,
guess that's not bad. What do you got to do to build a basketball court?
Pour concrete. And
What do you put on the top of it though? Like, do you get some sort of like rubberized kind of like cool
Yeah, yeah,
thing?
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
They sell all that in like a kit?
Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm hiring somebody to do it.
Oh. Are you doing full court or are you doing half court?
No, I mean, it's half.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the size of like the area that we have available.
Oh,
it's not
I
like
gotcha.
official.
Okay, I'm
it's
not
not NBA
saying- yeah,
official.
all right.
To my
But
dismay.
you got the room for it though, don't you? Why don't you go official? Go official.
I can't have that.
You're gonna regret not going official.
I can't have that conversation at home again.
Trust me, I know you are going to regret not going official
I'm not having
size.
that convo again, bro.
Why not?
No,
How'd the convo go the first time? So you floated the idea. Right?
Listen.
Let's do a basketball court for the boy. It's going to be great. And then all his friends will be over here, so he's not going to be down at the park, everything else. You were always going to be able to look out the back window and see where the kid is, right?
Post up.
Full-size basketball
Dad's
court.
got next.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so
You get a scoreboard?
So you were talking full-size basketball court, right?
Half court.
Half court. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
official.
Okay, official full-size half court,
Correct.
which is like that's a decent size.
Correct.
Right? Okay, so what happened?
Well, I said what I said.
Okay, which is let's do it for the family.
Mhm.
Right? Okay. And then she said what she said, which was
Like the space that we have available right now is big enough. And I was like, nah. Here's what's going to go down.
Yeah. Yeah, you put your foot down.
Right.
Yeah.
Both feet.
Yes. Okay. Both
Stood
feet.
my ground.
Both feet.
Lady, listen.
Yes. Lady. Yeah. Shut up. My bad.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe I didn't say that.
Okay.
That was a very
Yeah.
quick discussion.
Did you start by saying woman?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. And then what happened after that?
Slept outside? Spent the night in the car. Nah.
Okay. So it's okay. So you're going
Listen,
for the.
it's a big enough space.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
It'll be good.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
What I say goes.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
I know. I can tell. Yeah. Good for you though.
It's all about standing your ground.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Started watching Black Mirror.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Yes. We watched only episode 1. Jenna's not really into it, so this is going to be like a
solo.
A solo for me. And there's only 5 episodes, I think, for this new season. Did you guys watch all of them?
I watched the first 2 and then some of the third. I fell asleep. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like what you expect
fine.
from Black Mirror.
It's not for
Oh,
me.
it's not. Oh,
no,
really?
no, not
only
at all.
because I've only seen like 2.
Oh, right. That's right.
episodes prior.
That's right. Why don't you go back and watch? Jenna won't watch them with you?
No.
Nah.
Like we watched. She was the one that brought up. She's like, wasn't the last one we watched? All I know about Black Mirror is the one that we watched with the Prime Minister and the pig.
Oh, yeah.
National Anthem,
Yeah.
season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
That one messed me up.
Yeah.
And then
Shut Up and
obviously,
Dance. So you never watched Shut Up and Dance, eh?
never watched that
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I watched Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch, yeah.
And
And
then-
you watched, didn't you watch the one with the video
Striking
game?
Vipers,
Striking
yeah.
Vipers?
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. So I watched Striking Vipers. And then there was another one. Oh, man. Where I don't know if it was a movie or an episode, now that I think about it, where it was like some kid, he was on his laptop and then he got a message saying, hey, I'm going to expose you.
Yeah, that's Shut Up and Dance.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I watched that one. Yeah.
That one's awful. That makes you feel not good.
Not at all.
No, not good.
So
no,
what do you think of the new one?
I'm okay with it. Like, I'm fine. I think that the problem is that when they started doing Black Mirror, it seemed so it made your skin crawl because you could see that this is the way that the world was going, right? Like all of these things that this guy who writes this show, and he's quite brilliant, could just see the way things were going, social currencies and all of this stuff, right? But I started watching this series and I'm like, it's
Joan
not,
is awful
it's
is the
not,
first one.
Yeah, which is fine,
Yeah.
but it's not really sort of profound in any way. And then I got to episode 3, and the thing that I always loved about Black Mirror was Black Mirror always felt like it wasn't in the distant future, but it was set in the sort of near future where you could see a lot of your world kind of like represented. But then they started going, he went back, like episode 3 takes place in, I don't know, like the 70s, but it's like a futuristic version of the 70s kind of thing. So I don't know, like it doesn't sort of feel Black Mirror-y to me.
Not enough Black Mirror.
Not enough. Yeah, not enough. Not enough. But episode 2, though, oy. Whoa.
Which one was that?
Lock
What's
Henry?
that? Yeah. Lock Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't they reference that in...
Which just to me is like a
murder mystery.
Yeah.
Or a crime doc almost.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like that. That's a great episode of television, but that's not a Black Mirror episode to me.
No.
So
At
that
all.
they referenced in episode 1.
Yes.
When they were scrolling through
Streamberry,
aka
Yes.
Netflix.
Yes.
Right? And then that was one of the titles of
yes,
one of the movies or documentaries or whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. Have you watched this yet, Maureen?
No, not at all. No.
Did you watch? Have you watched any Black Mirror?
No.
Oh wow! How have you
'Cause
not?
It's not like it's I guess same as Mocha. Like it's not something I can watch with Matthew. So we were watching the CNN documentary on the 2010s last night.
God, you lived through it, bro. Well, you gotta watch it.
I know. That's like we watched
that's
this great
recent.
documentary on 2021.
That's so recent. You want to relive COVID again?
Oh, we're not there yet. Shush, no spoilers.
Why are you watching a documentary in the 2010s?
I don't know. But it was oddly interesting.
Y'all are some 90-year-old boring ass dudes.
We learned about the start of Facebook.
Oh,
You ever heard of Wikipedia? Quick abbreviation?
Jeez, man.
Go watch the Social Network.
Who sits on the weekend and watches a documentary in the 2010s?
CNN. Yeah.
What is going on? You're an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The most boringest episode ever.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me show you this tattoo this guy got. Max Crosby plays for the Las Vegas Raiders. Football. Try to keep up, guys.
Sports.
So he got his entire torso
Like
tatted
front
up.
and back?
No, his front. His entire front and his
that's
arms.
a weird look to just get your chest done.
I don't know. Maybe the only photo I have here is of the front.
Yeah.
Right? And his arms, like it goes like shoulder all the way down to like hands.
Okay.
And then from what I could see, neck, it's all attached, neck all the way down to like below your waist.
Okay.
So he's got a tat like on above his, what is this? His right chest, his daughter. And then he's got like some diamonds next to that.
Sounds horrific.
And then below like his abs, he's got Michael Jordan throwing a free throw.
Okay.
He's got an iconic photo of Muhammad Ali after a knockout.
Okay.
You know, the one when you see Ali looking down, right? And his right arm is up.
Yeah.
And then Kobe Bryant. But this thing took 11 hours to do.
Okay.
A bunch of other stuff too.
Let me see.
But look at this guy's chest.
By the way, I'm going to isolate that when you just say, look at this guy's chest and use it over and over and over again.
Okay, try me, because I have enough things that you've said over the years.
Yeah, I don't know about that tattoo. It's messy.
Right? And look.
That's messy.
I mean, I think it looks good. I like it. I don't know if I would
don't know.
never.
I don't know.
I would never.
He's a ginger, huh?
Yeah.
Got that pale skin, that black ink that's going to turn blue in no time. It looks weird, though, because he's got no tattoos on his legs.
I think he's got one.
All right?
No, maybe that's a scratch.
Yeah, I think it might be a birthmark. Birthmarks really show up like
Or
very
maybe-
prominently on gingers.
Or does that look like a mustache?
He's got a mustache on his leg?
Like above his left knee?
A tattoo of a mustache on your leg?
Or is that a scratch?
I don't
That
know. It
looks like a
sort of looks
mustache.
like a mustache to me. Why would you get a tattoo of a mustache on your leg? That's super weird. What does that signify? Is that just something in your world more? What's that?
I don't think so.
No, interesting. It's nothing in my world either.
He's got angel wings on the back of his neck that wrap right around to the front. Then he's got a bunch of stuff on his neck.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like, whatever. It's your body. Do whatever you want. I got no problem with tattoos or any of that stuff. But, just like so much.
I think on his right arm, I don't know, I could be wrong, but this looks like the symbol for the Illuminati.
I think he's got an Illuminati tattoo on him and stuff like that, and he's got a big E somewhere on his arm. I don't know. I mean, is it like, it's fine. Like, I'm a fan of tattoos and stuff like that, but like, what? Like, do I consider that to be cool?
Oh.
No. What is it, Maury? What is it?
The mustache I'm reading here, it could be a thing from Movember.
But on the leg?
Like, that's where he put it, but people get tattoos of mustaches for like a Movember thing.
Well, no, hipsters used to get them on their fingers. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but this is what I'm reading. Like
on the inside of the index.
So then they would go like this and put their finger above their lip, and then they would have a little mustache.
Yeah, I always thought that was stupid.
So did I.
I want to do that.
Oh my God, no.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Zach, buddy, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
What's up, man? Why are you reaching out?
I'm having a really hard time with a breakup.
Oh, no.
Zach, you wrote, it says, "Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. After 6 years, me and my girlfriend broke up. It was majority my fault. And I don't know what to do because I still love her and can't picture my life without her." How'd you screw up, Zach?
Yeah, so over the past 6 years, we've had like a couple of arguments. And the last time we just went on a trip, I got a little mad about like I broke my phone on the trip, and I didn't mean to like get mad at her. I wasn't mad at her about it. I was just kind of frustrated about the situation. And when we recently got back, she kind of just told me that she can't do it anymore because like the way I react sometimes. And I told her like I'm trying to change for her, but it's just been hard over the past 6 years. Like I've been.
What kind of stuff were you arguing about that you get so heated like that?
It's just honestly like in the moment I'm mad about like me breaking my phone. Like I went in water with it, and then like.
Dude, what is going on with your phone? Did you break this one?
No, this is my replacement.
Are we on Bluetooth? Are we on Bluetooth right now? No. Okay,
I'm talking directly through my phone.
Okay, just get it away from your face. I'm hearing a lot of face.
Okay, can you hear it better now?
Yes.
Way better. Whatever you're doing right now,
don't
continue
move.
that.
Just stay perfectly still.
So do you have like anger issues or something?
I don't think so, but like in the moment, I just get mad, and like she's very like soft spoken, and honestly, like she doesn't really voice sometimes how she feels until later. And I don't know, like I
wonder if she's scared of you. Like if she sees you in that moment and over something like breaking your phone that you get so angry and you start throwing things around. And if she's like the complete opposite of you and your personality, that kind of behavior might scare her, man.
No, like I wasn't throwing anything around. I was just very frustrated, and she said how like it kind of ruined her experience.
So you're obviously taking this out on her, or she feels that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a problem. So you're not mad at the problem is that I don't think you're being 100% truthful, which is you break your phone and it's not that you're mad, but you break your phone and you become a nightmare to her.
Yeah. Like I always try to tell, like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad about the situation and you're my person.
But you're, but you're yelling at her though.
No, like I'm not yelling. I cursed and I'm just kind of upset at her.
So when you were telling her, hey, I'm trying to change and I don't want to be this way around you, what steps were you taking to change?
I was trying to like check myself if I'm really upset about
what work were you doing to change? As aside from you saying I'm going to try to not do that, right?
Yeah.
What work were you doing to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Honestly, I was just trying to do it within myself. I wasn't really seeing anybody.
Right. So you have to understand when you tell her that you're not going to be a certain way, you do absolutely no work to try and change that behavior, and that behavior is then repeated. What you look like is not only a hothead, but now a liar.
Yeah.
How long ago did you guys break up?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah. I think that you're not feeling heartbroken. I think that you're feeling guilt. And I think that guilt is stemmed from the fact that One, I think you took it for granted. Two, I think that you knew that your behavior was wildly inappropriate, but for some reason you thought it was acceptable. And anytime you got called out on it, you would say, oh, I love you. I won't do this again. I won't do this again. And I'm trying to change. You would then do absolutely nothing to try and change. And she had enough of your
Yeah, like I really, like, over the years, I've tried to do better over it and walk away sometimes when I'm upset, and then I'll talk to her when I'm okay. It's just in that situation, we were just stuck, like we're on a boat. Like I was just upset, and after 30 minutes, I was all right, and I was telling her, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but still, that was like, for her, that was like the last straw, right?
I think that if you're trying to get her back or you're heartbroken, I think that the only thing you can do is to say, hey, listen, I fully understand why you don't want to be with me in the sort of state that I am in. Here's what I want to tell you, and I'm doing this for me, but I think that you should know, which is I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my plan to sort of change and evolve because I now realize that my actions and my temper aren't just isolated to me and they affect everybody around me. And I really feel bad about the way that they affected you over the years when we were together. So I'm not looking for a second chance. I just want you to know that I acknowledge you and how my actions made you feel. And this is what I'm doing about it.
Yeah.
All right, take those steps, bro. If you're trying to reconcile, or at least let her know what your plan is. Like, has she reached out to you since the breakup?
No, I reached out to her. I've messaged her, telling her, like, I'm sorry, like, how much I love her, because it's hard. Like, I can't really picture my life without her. Like,
did she respond?
She did. Yeah, we've talked, and
what'd she say?
She told me, like, she just needs to walk away.
Yeah. Respect that. I think you need to respect that.
It sounds like she's done, man.
Yeah, I think you need to respect that. If she had the conversation with you where she says that she just needs to walk away, that's your point then to move on. And I think that, you know, doing the work that you need to do, I think that doing it for yourself is worth it. I don't think you should try and do all this work to just get her back. I think that you need to do it because you feel like you really need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, dude.
All right, buddy.
really
Take care.
You got it, brother.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
The owners of a restaurant in Sacramento have been ordered to pay $140,000 in back pay and damages to its 35 employees after an investigation revealed a fake priest was hired to encourage workers to make their work-related confessions.
Oh, we got to do that here. Keep Shem in the office a little longer.
According to the New York Times, an investigation found the owners of this restaurant withheld overtime pay from hourly workers, but also told them they had to lie to investigators about the matter. Workers say that they were forced to work extra hours without pay, denied breaks. One employee saying that they saw their coworker hiding in the walk-in refrigerator in order to take a break and get some food. Managers, quote, would not let us sit down and eat and would put pressure on us to get up and work.
Damn.
One worker was only paid for 40 hours, although they worked between 50 and 60.
Damn.
This article continues to say, in a supposed effort to help with mental health, a priest, quote unquote, priest, was brought in for confession. And one of the employees said it was more like an interrogation, as the questions consisted mostly of work-related matters. This employee said, quote, the priest asked if we'd stolen anything at work, if I was late to my employment, if I did anything to harm my employer, and if I had any bad intentions towards my employment. A fake priest asking these kind of questions.
Yeah, they brought the priest in to get dirt, right?
Oh, that's so bad.
So great. So
great.
I mean, listen, it's an idiot idea, but I when you're that deep, like when you screw up that bad and you start lying, and you got to start stacking lies on lies, and you got people hiding in refrigerators. You got to bring in a fake priest to find out who the rat is. Like, that's a crazy ass story, man. That's a crazy story.
I know.
What would Jesus say? You know?
$140,000 now they got to pay.
But to the employees, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back pay.
What about the guy that played the priest? What happened to him?
Well, he got his actor's fee.
Yeah, free meals, I bet. right?
For
I bet
life.
yeah. I want to know who that guy was. Like a friend, or did they hire an actor? Was he a stranger? Did he know what was going on?
I'm
did
gonna
they give him the questions?
I'm going to
Did
say it was
he-
like a friend.
Yeah.
Or like one
costume
of,
shop?
or
Yeah,
like
I'm sure he just went to a costume shop.
Or the owner of the restaurant. Maybe it was like a family member, like a cousin or something like that, right?
And they were just completely relying on the fact that these people were so frustrated and knew that they were going to blow the whistle on the whole thing. So to alleviate that valve, so they didn't go public with it, they brought in a priest. So everybody got the feeling of, oh, thank God I got that off my chest.
Yeah.
And then maybe they don't go public
Meanwhile,
with
priest,
it, right?
quote unquote priest.
God, that's great.
Taking notes to give back to the owner of the restaurant.
God, that's great. Like, of all the things you could have faked, right? Like, you could have faked, hey, we're bringing in an HR department.
Sure.
We're bringing in, like, all this. Like, you could have faked
Air your
anything.
grievances there.
Yeah, like you could have had
It's
a fake...
visual, though. Like, HR just dresses a normal person,
But
but
you
you
could-
need a priest outfit.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
It's the ultimate, like
even a rabbi dresses normal.
the ultimate trust that you put.
But but you have to be convinced that like the majority of your employees are going to be into that type of thing.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
if you marched a priest in here right now, we're like, hey, we're going to bring in an office priest. You could feel free.
No,
Like
absolutely. I think the owners knew
it was some sort
their
of
employees.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe they're
guess.
religious, right? Super
Yeah.
religious, and they
guilt and all
Yeah,
that
and they
other
would give
stuff that
in.
goes along with it.
yeah
and-
they go along with it.
Yeah.
right. Like yes, thank
Yeah.
God, no pun intended.
Yeah,
this priest is here, and I can get all this off my chest, right?
So disappointed.
God, what a
Who could they
scam.
bring in here where we would all confess? Like, I was thinking, like, one of our exes.
Well, you going to confess to an ex?
No, I'm like an ex or like a shrink.
One
like
of
who
our.
would
You
we-
only have one. His name's Justin.
First of all, I don't cross that line at work. I'm not getting that personal with anybody at work at all. Like, there's no
Who
way.
would you trust, Maury?
Like if you brought in like a shrink, like if you brought in somebody that came in with their certificate and hung it on the wall.
Like if we remember Billions, how there was that stock trading company, and then they had the on staff shrink,
Yeah, the in-house one.
the in-house one where you could just like go in her office and and talk about your how terrible your day was and all that stuff. I would never go near that office. Maury would be in there all the time, like all the
Don't
all
we
the
have
time.
one here, Maury?
A
Downstairs?
shrink? No, there's no office shrink. We have a chiropractor.
Yeah,
We
you're
have-
thinking of the chiropractor, which is weird that we have one and not the other, right?
Yo, big up Dr. Bacon.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How's everybody doing?
Oh my God, the best.
Yeah.
Why?
You're the best, Maura?
I had such a good dinner last night.
What'd you have?
I made pasta.
Yeah.
I was impressed with how I did it. I sauteed the broccoli and onion, added the sauce, cheese.
What kind of broccoli pasta are you cooking?
Like you saute. Oh my! I was very happy with this until now. You saute the broccoli.
You know what?
as part of the
at
sauce.
At no point in the history of Italian food has anybody said, give me a killer, like your marquee pasta dish. At no point ever has anyone started with, okay, first you get the broccoli.
Here's what I like in pasta: sauce, cheese, meat. That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. I'll even do like a little olive oil and pesto. That's fine too.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not ever sitting there being like,
broccoli.
Add to the broccoli.
You add the broccoli with onion and garlic.
Okay. So broccoli, onion, and garlic. So what kind of pasta was it?
Some sort of long, thin thing.
Oh,
Spaghetti?
No. It was like little long shoots.
Long
shoot?
Like
what do you mean?
Like
What the hell? Yo, I
The
almost
shoots.
swore. I'm so upset right now.
I know.
the shoots start off thin and they get fat in the middle and then thin again. Like they're long shoots.
Oh, I know. Okay. All right. Okay. We're not all built the same, right? Facts. All God's creatures, right, Chef?
Amen. Hallelujah.
That's how you use it. Okay. All right. So, what kind of sauce?
It was a ricotta sauce.
Ricotta
Like
broccoli?
ricotta tomato sauce
Okay.
with the broccoli, onion, garlic, And then I added
Is this stuff
Parmesan.
that you made from scratch, or
The
it's like
sauce came in a jar.
Is this one of the food boxes that you get?
No. I got the sauce. I was making this on my own from memory.
What kind of sauce was it though? That comes in a jar. What was it? Like, is it red? Is it white?
It was
Is
like
it
a red sauce, but it I guess
Like
it had
a red sauce, or
no,
it
it
is
is
a
a red sauce that had ricotta in it.
What brand? Ragu?
I think so.
You can't buy ragu anymore.
No, not right. Like the.
So how did you?
Not Ragu. The other one.
Classico.
Yeah, I was going to say Del Monte, but Classico.
Okay.
Del Monte.
Okay. So you sit down with
pineapple juice.
I was trying to think Italian names.
Oh, for God, this sounds like a disaster. This meal.
It was so good. I have leftovers for today.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
it sounds very farty. Like, I'm just gonna throw that
So
out. You know, right?
broccoli,
Like,
onions, garlic.
Oh, God.
Shooty, stubby pasta.
Ricotta.
Thin, thin pasta.
Right.
And then a ricotta sauce. And what else?
And Parmesan.
Okay.
And then you added parm on top.
Yeah.
Bro.
Your insides are screaming.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and what else? You're asking me screaming later. And what else?
And then spinach.
No offense, but that's gross.
No, but you add the spinach so it welts.
Welts? Do you mean wilts?
Yeah.
You know what the best part of this pasta is? The welts. You should write this recipe down more and like put it online.
Bro.
That sounds so gross.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up
So
right now.
do I. I'm not hungry right. Like I
was so happy.
I've never. What a boner killer you are, man.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.